What's up, you guys? I'm Eric the Dadalorian, and welcome to Sith Happens, a Star Wars podcast. Thank you guys for joining us today, as I am joined with a couple of individuals. I am joined by my boy Anthony, who is our new official host. How you doing, brother?
Doing fantastic, my man. How are you?
I could not be better, man, because I am so
Awesome.
stoked
Ready
because
to
to talk
talk some
about.
Star Wars?
Oh my God, yes. Because we had an amazing couple of announcements this weekend. Which is why we got my boys Dan and Roberto on from Star Wars Toy Collectors. How are you guys doing?
Welcome, guys.
Hey, doing great. Excited to be on. Lots to talk about. Great announcements this week.
Yeah, doing
No,
great. Definitely lots to talk about. A lot of exciting things.
hell yeah, dude. It was like there were some announcements this week that I just could not even like. There were some I was hoping for, and a few I kind of was like expecting, but there was a few that blew my freaking mind, and they look amazing, by the way. So like.
Heck yeah.
We got to dive into these things. So now, for all of our viewers, we are going to be putting up each of these ones that we're going to be talking about. We're going over Black Series and Vintage Collection stuff that just got released this weekend at MCM Comic Con and Hasbro 1027. We'll throw it up on the screen so you guys can see exactly what it is we're talking about as we're going along. And I'm relinquishing control a little bit here. I'm letting Dan and Roberto drive because these guys are the absolute collectible experts when it comes to Star Wars. So this is their show for the foreseeable future, essentially. So guys, let's talk Star Wars, man. What do we have revealed?
So we had two series of reveals on Saturday, and then another one on Sunday, and I think we might even have two more coming on Thursday from Italy, actually. But Saturday, we're going to kick off with Saturday. MCM Comic Con took place in London and revealed 3 Black Series and 2 Vintage collections. So let's start off with the first one. Let's start off with the Black Series Sebulba.
Heck yeah. I'm so excited for Sebulba.
I think that was the one. I think
yeah.
Anthony, that I saw you bugging for that one, bro. You were like losing it.
I sure was. He's just like one of those characters that you gotta love to hate. And I had the Phantom Menace one back that line, and he was one of my favorite characters. So I was very excited for this one to drop out.
Yeah, I'm so happy they're doing more with the Phantom Menace line too now, honestly. Because we only had Jar Jar for fucking years, honestly, and now we're finally getting more with Padme, the Droideka, everything. So I'm so stoked we're getting more with that line.
Absolutely.
I think it's amazing. We're getting a brand new alien sculpt, and this one is pushing the envelope. Like, this is not doesn't feel like an easy one to design.
That's what I thought.
I think with all the releases we're going to talk about today, we're starting to see the footprint of Steve Evans and of his products designed by fans for fans.
Yes.
So I'm really excited for this for Sebulba. I even saw a few comments. I'm not sure if they're accurate, but would they make a Sebulba without making a pod racer?
That's what me and Ant were talking about, actually. We over the weekend I was like, bro, can you imagine if they start making the like the Black Series vehicles again, like they did with the TIE Fighter, and we start getting some pod racers out of this?
That'd be so cool. I mean, where am I going to put them? I don't know, but
yeah.
It would be cool.
Yeah, I think
I could definitely get some six. I could definitely get some sick toy shots with that though, because I'm in Florida, so I just bring those Southern guns down to the beach.
There you go.
That's perfect.
There you go.
Yeah,
I got a lake.
All right, let's talk about the next reveal. More Jedi characters, more aliens. Let's talk about Luminara Unduli.
Hell yes. That was one I actually wasn't really expecting. But kind of seeing what they're doing with the Attack of the Clone Launchers. Firstly, I am a prequel fanatic, so that fact that we're getting more of those, I am so freaking happy. But we're starting to get, and maybe you guys notice this as well, we hadn't talked about this yet, we're getting all of the Jedi who were in the final Geonosis battle, essentially. So like that is kind of like what it seems like they're leaning towards with this, essentially. Like we're getting all of those Jedi.
Sure. Hey, I'm not going to
Absolutely.
complain. If it's Black Series, count me in.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so
So we've got
I
it's
mean,
cool that we're
Elias Sakura, Kieri Mundi.
yep.
Um, so and now these
I,
two.
I love
Yeah,
the fact that
most
they're
recent.
leaning into soft goods again,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
and how the I think the skirt is soft goods, but I'm not 100% sure.
It looks
I'm
like
trying
it's
to look at
mostly.
pictures from Twin
I
Suns
like the
collecting.
combo. I like when you have a little bit of both.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Honestly, it looks
definitely.
great.
Up until these Acolyte figures robes came out, I did not like. I mean, I do this for photography, and the all the robes previously were kind of garbage. The Acolyte
Mhm.
ones are awesome. I've
Are they
used
really?
them on several figures for several different occasions. They fit really well on Ray as well. So,
Yeah. I
any
mean, it's like
photographers out there?
yeah.
Mhm.
Well, it's like Dan said, man, this is really is a byproduct of Steve Evans of like by the fans for the fans, man. And like all this like we're getting so much good stuff now, just in characters as well as the product that we are getting now, essentially.
Did he do? How long has he been involved now? Was he
I
part
got
of the Acolyte line?
I
Yeah,
gotta think he's been involved for about back in the Star Wars for about a year now or so, maybe a
yeah.
little bit less. But so like given the development cycle now feels like right about the right time where the announcements are going to be coming from things that have been in the pipeline during his uh, return to Star Wars, right? Because he was
Yeah.
there.
Nice, nice.
I just saw
All right.
something yesterday on his page too. Like I think he hit like 25 years with Hasbro just recently. So he's, like we got some big stuff coming out from him now too, man.
That's dope.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Let's talk about the other Jedi that was revealed, Shakti, another
Dude,
alien.
yes, I was stoked for this one. You can ask Anthony. Him and
I
Matt
can
and I were
vouch.
talking over the weekend, and I had been wanting this one for a long time. The one who we don't really know what her canon death was, right? So,
Yep.
no, but it looks amazing. The sculpt on it looks really great. The paint's great, and if like we were talking about like the soft goods on it. I don't remember off the photo. I'll have to go back and look if it is like the soft good capes, but it just looked awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. From I think everyone was sharing Twin Suns collecting photos, and it looks like she might have one, if not two layers of soft goods. So
Oh hell yeah.
that's pretty exciting.
That is cool.
It
Yeah,
only.
I just love the design on this. I love the character as a whole, but just the way it was brought to life for the Black Series, it looks really cool. And actually, this as I'm thinking a lot about this. Roberto and I are going to try our hand at pointing out sort of all the posing capabilities of many figures going forward. I'm excited to do this one because I want to see all the different poses that you can do with her.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the picture right now that, like you said, I think it was Twin Suns put up, and I mean, it definitely looks like two levels of soft goods on it, with the skirt part and the robe. So I'm impressed with that, and it does. I mean, everything we're getting right now, unless it's done off of an old sculpt, is going to be a relatively good posability as far as like like folks like Anthony who focus these primarily for taking photos and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm actually surprised that these last two figures, given sort of what Steve Evans said in the last couple weeks about what creates a deluxe figure and paint
Hmm.
apps being one of those things that these didn't end up as some sort of deluxe packaging. So maybe they're hearing us.
Yeah,
Maybe
my wallet's happy.
feedback's coming
Mhm.
through.
Yeah, because
Yeah, my
it definitely
wallet's
maybe
happy.
even.
Those deluxes add.
Yeah, and a little salty
All
that
right, you guys
Ahsoka the
ready to
White
turn
never
to the
got her
vintage?
cloak. No, I was saying,
Mm,
Ahsoka the cloak. Like when you look at Shakti, how much detail she has, and the fact that Ahsoka didn't get her, cape. We're kind
yeah,
of like
Right.
the difference between the deluxe. You were like, whoa, then
I
if she
think.
had a
I
cape,
think
she would have been a deluxe.
mm,
may, maybe. I don't think that the Ahsoka figure for pretty. I don't think she needs it. Like, that figure's badass. Like, the colors are amazing and the little change ups are fun. Like, it's a cool figure.
I actually got my cape, Josh's custom cape. I got his prototype that he sent me for that
okay.
cape. So I got to pull it out and do some posing and photography with it. I know he's turned it into a full production now, but
Yeah.
that's pretty awesome with it on.
That is cool. That is cool.
Yeah.
I've
Very
used the Last Jedi Luke's white cape for various purposes, that being one of them.
fair enough.
Very, very cool. All right, let's turn to vintage collection. So
My
I think
realm.
this one had an interesting reaction. So the vintage collection Aura Singh, she's back.
Hell yeah.
And there's a lot of people who haven't been able to get her because of the price, right? She was
She's
one of
expensive.
the it's been a minute since she's been released. But she's back, and I think for those folks who haven't been able to get them, which is really who I think this product is produced for, this is great.
Absolutely, man. I was stoked for this one. Like, it's one I did not really see getting re-released, just because it's on the Phantom Menace card at that. So like, it's not the Clone Wars one. So I like it's off of Michonne, I can't remember her name, the actress who played her in Phantom Menace, anyways. But regardless, I was stoked that we got this, and like you said, there was some folks who were kind of like wishing that she had certain things in added to her as opposed to just like a re-release. I'm honestly just stoked that we're getting it again, though, honestly, because this is one of those TVCs. I have never even seen this thing in person, honestly.
Yeah, and just for those folks wondering, resale value for her right now from TVC 1.0 is $90, so not easy
Sounds
to
right.
get.
No.
I know
And I know
Galactic
go ahead,
Figure,
Go
brother.
they
ahead,
did like a little bit of a breakdown of what's different between the original release and the new release. So if you're curious, about specific little details, they do a decent breakdown.
Does
Oh, okay.
the
Yeah, cool.
do they not typically do re-releases for them
I think when they've done
for vintage collection?
when they've done a figure from TVC 1.0 or remaking a figure, there's typically updates done.
Mhm.
Just because that line is so old, similar to what happens in the Black Series, right? Like figures released in 2013, 14, 15 usually
Hmm.
get new molds. So there's some
Usually,
solid updates. But I'm looking at this picture right now, and the detail is pretty freaking awesome for a 3 3/4 inch.
It
I don't
looks
know that we get
amazing, in
this
my
kind of
opinion.
detail on a lot of TVC figures.
I definitely dive more into the TVC realm than like Ant does, just because I'm
yeah,
an
I
inbox guy. Yeah, no, because like, well, I mean, dude, you open all your stuff for photos, which is
don't.
completely understandable.
I mean, if
You know,
someone were to give one to me as a gift, I'd be like, yeah, that's fine. And then that
well, I
door
know
would
what to
open.
get you for your birthday now, I guess.
No, don't do
Um,
that. Don't do that.
but no, like I love the way the action figure itself looks, and then just like the thing I love about the TVCs, and it's why I collect them as much as I do. The card backing with the photo of the from the movie, it just makes for a really good display piece, honestly. That's why I got like a whole wall of nothing but TVCs, and hopefully with this showing a re-release, we get some more of these coming out, because there's like a couple of those that I still have not gotten my hands on, like the Anakin from Clone Wars, for instance, and then and Revenge of the Sith. That's a line I definitely need them to dive into for TVC again. Is the Revenge of the Sith line?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. Given how Hasbro has seen the re-releases in the Black Series sell really well, I mean, the prices are climbing on a lot of those already
They
again.
are.
Um, I think we're going to see some more releases with some effort put into updates. So some of
Yeah.
the really popular figures
And it's got
and
to
way
have a
up there in price.
multi-purpose market too, right? I mean, like, you've got like kids who are, 5-year-old kids who are just starting to like Star Wars, and they don't get those toys because those movies haven't been out in years, and now all
Yeah.
of a sudden here they are, pop, pop, pop. You get these toys, and these kids are like, "Mom, I want that one."
Yeah.
So
I don't think this one will ever get re-released, but Jar Jar Binks and Carbonite, that's the one I want.
Oh, dude, that one right there, I think that one resells for in the 900s or something like that, I think.
Yeah, it's a rare one for sure.
I don't think I've seen that one.
I've
all right,
seen it
let's.
on eBay.
You've seen it on eBay, yeah. I think I saw it at one Comic-Con that I've been to in San Diego. I saw it at one
Mhm.
of the booths, but yeah, it's hard to find for sure.
Very.
Let's move on to the last Comic-Con reveal, which is the vintage collection Lieutenant Callahan.
Yes. One I wasn't expecting, to tell you the truth. Now I think they released her with the E-wing too. Did they not?
So we get her droid in the E-wing. We don't actually get
Oh, okay.
her. So
Oh,
I
so
think
that makes more sense, right?
That
yeah,
does make more sense.
from that perspective, it makes more sense. And Roberto, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure she was pipelined, right?
Yeah, she was pipeline. She was pipeline when they did the official reveal for the E-wing.
Okay.
I'm not sure
So
when they.
I think it makes sense that they put out an E-wing. Yeah, I totally get the concern here. She had 2 minutes of screen time.
That was going to be I was
maybe
kind of
less.
wondering why they were doing that, but with the E-wing not coming with her, I guess it makes more sense.
Yeah, like it would have been really weird that you had an E-wing without an E-wing pilot, right?
True. So, I mean, it's cool. I've never gotten into I never got any of the TVC vehicles just because they're minus like some of the smaller ones, like the Scout Trooper speeder bike, because they are a little bit up there on price. But I mean, it looks great, honestly. So,
Yeah, no, another great figure for sure.
yeah.
So let's move on to 1027. So that was
These were
yesterday. It
some
feels like
good
decades
ones.
ago as
Yeah.
we're trying to keep up with all the releases. And
Do
I
you
don't know if you
remember
saw.
when?
You guys had a busy weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if you
Always.
saw. We published a post today saying, "Hey, here's what's happening for the rest of the week," and I
Yeah.
spent like an hour doing that because it was a lot more than I thought.
Yeah.
And apparently there's even more coming. But yeah, 1027 reveals. So this is Hasbro's annual event for premium members. I think we got some really great reveals here. My favorite
Hell yeah.
reveal from the whole weekend, Black Series Savage Opress.
Fuck
Wow,
yeah.
what a figure.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
Very well done.
Dude, I've been wanting that one for years, honestly. And I got my buddy, he owns a t-shirt company called Gory Comics. That's his favorite character in all of Star Wars. As soon as you guys dropped that one, I sent that straight to him and I was bugging out, honestly. Like that's it looks awesome. And like a big thing with it that I'm stoked about too, it comes with the saber and the mace instead of just one of them. So I think it looks awesome, honestly.
Yeah, it's dope.
I think one of the things that was lost and maybe a lot of people didn't see, and frankly, as the Star Wars toy collector, I did a really terrible job pointing this out. But this is one of the tallest figures we've ever had. Like if you remember Darth
Oh yeah.
Malgus,
Yeah.
this is a solid at least an inch taller than a typical Black Series figure. So if you're wondering why it's
That's
deluxe,
good though.
it's because
Yeah.
they probably had a hard time, just like Chewie had a hard time fitting it into a regular box.
Yeah, that's
Which is
good though,
good that
because I
they
mean,
made 'em.
yeah, no, go ahead, bro.
No, it's good they made because I know a lot of people complained about like Chrysanthemum not being tall enough. That was like a big complaint.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, like
Even with the newer one that came out, the
It's the same.
Book of Boba Fett, it's the same height. It looks so much bigger.
is it
It's the same
I
height,
do
right,
not-
Roberto?
the new Chrysanthemum? I think it's
The
smaller
Book of
than
Boba
Chewie.
Fett one.
The Book of Boba Fett one is smaller than Chewie.
Hmm.
Oh, really?
So
I know a
yeah.
lot of people were bummed about that too with the Balin Skull ones from Ahsoka line. So, but honestly, it's
That's a great
awesome that they're
figure, too.
doing that to make it more, to scale, so to say, realistically. And like if Malgus is like that, that's cool because like that's the one that is the only one from the Gaming Greats line that I don't have yet.
No,
You
Melgus
know
is
what? I got
fucking enormous.
Yeah.
That's sick. That's the one I'm still trying to find because
Do you
he's one
want
of
me
those
to?
ones that.
Do you want me to grab him?
Yeah, if you pull him off the shelf
Yeah,
and
please.
compare him to like a normal size figure, just
I
for
bet
everyone
you
to
he's
see.
probably like a similar mold, honestly.
While he's doing that, I'll just say like the shoulders on Savage are massive. Like if you think about it, it's not just the height; it's
Yeah.
the entire figure is big, and it looks like he might have a cloth skirt there too. So that's
I'd love to see him
that
next
would
to
be
the
stoked for
Star
that.
Wars Mall, because you know
Oh
the
yeah, that would be.
cartoon you see them like just how much like stands over Maul. You know, he
Yeah.
got beefed up by all that dark magic.
Hell yeah.
the one thing I will say, given that this was deluxe, if I were to knock anything about this figure, it is that the lightsaber does not disconnect. It is a single.
Oh.
It is a single dual wield handle. So that's my only knock.
I mean, the rest of it looked amazing. If that's the only thing, I could deal with that.
Yeah,
especially
for sure.
especially me as an inbox guy. That's like, all right, whatever. I don't give a shit.
For sure, totally with you.
You got your Malgus?
Oh,
hey, buddy, we lost your audio.
Uh-oh.
Good.
Hey, folks,
Can you hear
we'll
me?
be back
Can
in
you
just
hear
a
me now?
second.
Can
we
you
hear
hear
him
me
now.
now? Sorry. I'm choosing to compare him to Plo Koon because Plo is no small dude. Plo is not a small figure.
Oh my god, he's huge.
He is huge.
That's
Oh,
That's
I
what we still
wonder
gotta
how
get
much of the body form they reused.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Because
but
he's another one, like you said, he's got massive shoulders on it.
Yep, for
He
sure.
lifts, bro.
All right, are we ready to move on to the vintage collection?
I think we're savaged out for now, at least.
Out. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, sorry. What?
Yeah, I think this one is for the Yord Horde vintage
Yes.
collection Jedi Knight Yord Fondor.
So I'll say this much about this. I know Acolyte has a very contested topic right there. But I enjoyed it for the most part. I'm happy they're still putting stuff out there. Just get me the goddamn stranger.
Oh, I know. Why?
Yeah.
Maybe that's coming later this week.
God, I hope so, dude.
Oh.
If that one happens, we will do a show just for that one alone because I want that.
He was such a badass character. Like, I don't know why people hate on that. I'll stop. It's not.
No,
talk about something else.
this answers the question about whether are we getting more Acolyte figures.
Yeah.
And I love that we are, because there's, show aside, there's so much you can do with these figures. They're
oh yeah,
Jedi,
for sure.
And I just love the addition to the vintage collection for people's displays and posability and photography. You can do a lot with these figures.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
No, looks cool. I haven't gotten any of the Acolyte stuff just yet. I've been kind of focusing on the other line at this time, but yeah, I mean, it looks cool. Glad we're getting more in TVC from Acolyte.
For sure.
Yep.
It's cool. Yeah, hopefully we get something on the stranger. I mean
the customs for the stranger in both lines, the vintage collection and the Black Series, have just been amazing.
They really have. Like, I've tripped up, I've been like, wait, did I miss something?
Yeah.
No, that's a custom. That's a badass custom.
Yes.
Yep. All right, let's talk about the last reveal. Vintage collection Obi-Wan Kenobi Jedi Legend.
Man, I tell you what, they have Obi-Wan out on both Black Series and Vintage Collection. Don't get me wrong, I still love the action figure. I got it in the Black Series line, but holy crap, if they made a lot of different Obi-Wans.
Oh, yeah,
which one is that?
It's the
so it's go ahead.
It's the one from basically the last episode where he kind of looks like the Mythos, the sideshow Mythos figure, and he has the he's back in his white robes and he goes and sees Qui-Gon Jinn for the first time.
Okay,
Yep.
yep.
And he's got the little
Wandering. It's called Wandering
T16.
Jedi.
Or Jedi
Okay.
Legend. Jedi Legend.
That's
Okay.
Jedi Legend, yeah.
Okay.
The Wandering Jedi is the first one where he looks like a bum, honestly.
Yeah. Yep. And that's a good one. Jedi Legend. Okay, no, I don't have that one. I like that one though.
I think you could get that on Amazon for like regular retail now, to be honest with you. That one's a great looking action figure. I do have that one because that was about the time that they revealed the end of the Kenobi Black Series line, and they went back from the no plastic boxes to the windowed boxes. So, and that's why I got that. That's why I got that one. It looks amazing, honestly. So,
yeah, out of the 4 Obi-Wans they made, it's the best.
Yeah.
So if you were,
like I said, they Obi-Wan the crap out of us on those.
They did, but it was worth it. Obi-Wan is the best. So,
hell yeah! So, good reveal though. I liked it.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So just to recap for everyone, the 1027 reveals, oddly enough, are out for pre-order now. Think they'll hit in the spring or summer. And then the Comic-Con, MCM Comic-Con reveals, which were the day before, will go out for pre-order on October 30th. And believe they're all fan channel based on the press info we got from Hasbro. Will Amazon carry them? Don't know if they'll carry the pre-orders, but because they are fan channel, that means that local hobby stores will put them up on Amazon at some point or another.
Yeah, no lie.
Don't know.
Amazon's a tricky one with that stuff, man. I pre-ordered the Darth Revan when they announced that, and I waited for I think a year before it kept getting pushed back and back and back, and I eventually just canceled it because I'm like, I'm done having my heart broken.
Yep.
Yes.
But all right, well, good stuff out of there. I mean, like you guys said too, we got more coming this week, so I am stoked to see what else is to be revealed. Probably won't be too much more. How many of you guys think we'll see dropped on Wednesday or Thursday this week?
I'm reading 1 or 2, although I can't find the source of that original information. It does look like there will be some reveals at this Comic-Con in Italy. But yeah, we'll see. It doesn't sound like there'll be more than 2.
No, okay. Well,
we'll take them. We'll take.
Yeah, I'll take it.
They did drop that there will be more pre-orders on Friday, so yeah.
What we will see.
And I think that Skeleton Crew might potentially have a street date Friday the 1st.
Ew.
What?
Oh, damn.
So
that's awesome.
I'm gonna need to go make a run to Target or something then. And
I really want the little elephant one.
Somebody that they might have that the TVC one had a street date of the 1st, and then I went to GameStop to ask about them, and they didn't have anything about the figures, but the Funko Pops they said were street dated for first.
So, which also have not been officially revealed. So lots of news this week.
I tell you what, and they're getting street dated way before the show releases too, because we still got just over a month before the show drops. Which, by the way, can't freaking wait.
It's the tail end of November.
What's that? The show?
December.
Yeah, December 3rd, I think.
Oh, why did I think?
I remember because I was looking at the show dates, and one of them's on Christmas Eve, and I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm gonna have to tell my family I'm stepping away for a little bit.
But honestly, I think the show got delayed, and everybody. I think they had originally intended to release it earlier. Same thing with Andor, right? We got some season 2 Andor figs. Without even an official confirmation about when we're getting Andor season 2. So I think the schedule got moved around.
And Matt already has one in hand.
I saw the whole line at Walmart, bro. I saw K2, Daedra, Cassian. I saw them all.
I know. Did you get any of them?
No. So my collector's corner is one that I did bite on, though. So you'll see that one here in a little bit.
I have a feeling I know what that one might be.
You know which one it is. But hey, so Dan, Roberto, thank you guys so much for walking us through these awesome reveals, and like I said, hopefully we can figure out something for this upcoming week with these new reveals. talk a little bit more about them, and I'm excited to see what those are. Now,
all right, I have a question for
okay.
our guests. We'll start with,
go.
or you can just shoot. What do you guys have one that you're most excited about?
The reveals
Of the ones we just said, yeah.
Savage.
I think
Yeah,
it's a
that's
tie
mine.
between Savage and Shakti.
Shakti too, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you
Like,
always been a
know.
big Shakti fan, Roberto, or is she just like, is it a unique?
It's just such a unique, and I love that we're getting more aliens. You know, in Alien Jedi.
I ask because that's, yeah, I kind of sense that might be, and that's kind of how I am too. Like, I see one that's like a little different, and I'm like, I need to have that one.
Yeah.
See, I do that with the troopers. I
Yep,
need all
I
the
know you
variants.
do.
So-
I think it's both for me, and honestly, I'm gonna. I made a mistake with Malgus. I did not buy him. I thought he would go on
Same.
sale, and then I realized I actually knew the production was going down. We don't know production counts for these, but I'm not going to make the same mistake with these two figures. So I will be buying them.
Especially being fan channels. So
yeah,
but awesome. So well, we also this is a little bit off script because this is something we were just talking about a little bit before the show. Some news came out today. Now I got this from Gaming Bible on Facebook. It got officially released that Star Wars is officially bringing back the Acolyte characters in a new prequel, and that is the only information that we have off of it so far. So, firstly, so Dan, Roberto, and Alex, tell me your guys'
You got me
thoughts.
choked up.
I know. Well, I know
you guys
love
know.
Acolyte, so
I love the Acolyte.
Yes, but so
I
tell
thought
me
it
your
was
thoughts
amazing.
on it, as far as like these characters coming back, and then who do you hope it is?
You guys
Roberto,
go
you
first.
want to go? You're way deeper into the Republic timeline.
yeah.
The High Republic.
Yeah, I mean,
Those
which
books
I've
are
enjoyed the
amazing.
books. Yeah, if you're sleeping on those books, you know that they definitely pick up. They're a little slow in the beginning, but they get better. I'm really hoping for some more Master Soul and Jackie. I think what Daphne Keene did a great job with Jackie, and I'd love to see her continue in that role. You know, just a little bit
Oh, she
more.
killed it.
She was my absolute favorite character in that show.
Yeah,
probably the best lightsaber fight in the show, in my opinion.
And definitely in a while. I think and she really
I think Indara probably has more.
A little bit more about Indara. I know Kanaka has that comic series, so I wonder if is it?
Oh yeah,
that was one that was kind of
it's kind of where I think they'll go with it.
That could be cool, and that would maybe kind of ease some people's pain about his rapid appearance and demise.
Yeah. So, what about you, Dan?
For me, we had a big cliffhanger with the 3-second appearance of Darth Plagueis.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
And I think we need the story. And frankly, they have just such good literature about him.
Yes.
They could find a way to weave in some of these characters and flesh out his story a little bit more.
You know, the way that article's worded, it literally could be a show about him, and that's just like, it's like, well, he was in the Acolyte, so it is using a character to make a prequel. But I think if y'all look back at some of our previous podcasts, I said when Acolyte got canceled or whatever, I was like, it doesn't mean that they couldn't, go a different direction with a show in that same time frame, whether it's before or after or even during, and here we are. So I'm just like, come on.
And it says new prequel. A new prequel could just mean it's a prequel to Phantom Menace, honestly.
Right, exactly.
Doesn't
That's
have to
how
be a
I was
prequel
kind of
to Acolyte.
Yeah, maybe it's a whole show about how Anakin was born.
Yeah,
It could be that,
or what I was thinking.
It could be that, or the one thing that I've been craving for years, which is a whole upbringing of Sidious type of thing. Honestly,
Yeah.
like I'd go nuts for that
Well,
personally.
truthfully, Daniel, that's what I kind of thought you meant when you said how Anakin was born. I was like, oh, you know how like he came to be through the whole process, the plan, etc. You were
Yep.
you were being a goof, weren't you?
No, it was a double entendre. Thinking about it both ways. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think there's a lot of, if it's true, there's a lot of ways they could take it. However, I think we're starting to see what Disney is doing with Marvel happening in Star Wars. They're slowing it down. And I think I don't know about these next two shows. Well, Andor was, in my opinion, the best thing that's come out of Star Wars since Rogue One. But
it's
I
up
think
there.
after these next two shows, the series that we're going to get from there are going to be, I think, a higher quality than
well,
we've gotten so far.
Yeah, it's no lie. And I will say this much, like I know Acolyte caught hate like no other. I had my issues with it, don't get me wrong. I've talked about my issues with it, but overall I didn't hate it. I'm kind of excited to see what they do moving forward though.
And just to clarify for the two of you and our wonderful listeners, I'm a very easy to please person when it comes to Star Wars. You throw some content in front of me and I am going to love it. So I will say that. And if you disagree with my opinion out there about how I love the Acolyte.
Roberto would love to talk to you about how his kids are enjoying some of the new toddler series.
I've been trying to get my kids into that still. My kids are a little bit young for it still, but awesome. So anyway,
which ones are they watching?
Young Jedi Adventures.
Okay.
The I guess middle little now. He's Ford. I mean, we got a Nubs costume, and he's worn it a whole bunch of times.
Oh boy!
And like,
nice.
I've only heard a little bit.
If I'm doing something for the page, I take it.
Well, that's awesome.
Review. Nubs has got to like make an appearance. Nubs and Chopper.
Yeah. That's so cool. I was just talking to my wife about that just before the show. I'm like, I'm not gonna force feed it to him, but if he ends up liking it, then that's great. But he's 1 year old right now, so he doesn't need to be watching. He doesn't need to watch it now. Like eventually we'll get him into it. But that's cool that you're getting that right now, and one day I'm hopefully.
One of their
hey, just remember, I think I've told you.
Oh, sorry.
I was going to say, remember what I told you, Aunt? I was force feeding my kids the Clone Wars when they were still on bottles. We'd be up all night freaking feeding them bottles, and I'd be binging Clone Wars. So,
what were you going to say, Roberto?
No, one of the older boys, the twins, their first exposure to Star Wars was Jedi Fallen Order. So they were napping, and I'm sitting there enjoying their nap, playing, and they came out. I'll be honest, they called me off guard because they came out buck naked and got in the chair and just sat with me watching me play for like, the next 30 minutes. But it was that was their first thing. And then
sounds like my kids.
That became, our time. Like, we're going to watch play the Star Wars game. And then now that
it's funny you say that because my brother, my brother's kids are 5 and 10, but when the older one was a little bit younger, before he wanted to actually allow him to be slicing through stormtroopers and whatnot himself, he would do the same thing, and his son was just like, yeah, it's like watching a movie, and he's just having a fun time playing his game.
Yep.
But I haven't ever had anyone else tell me they do that, so you're not alone, Ari.
Yeah. All right, guys. I think we got a lot of great reveals this week. We got some great news as far as some potentially new content coming from Star Wars. Now it's the show off portion of our show that we all like so much. Now, Dan, I'm not going to let you go first this time because the last time we did that, you showed it up and the rest of us looked like shit. So, Ant, why don't you take the lead on this one?
All right. So I was just telling Daniel and Roberto a little bit before you hopped on here that I have kind of a unique one tonight I'm going to share because I have recently, actually officially today, I started a new position at work, and my work team at River Oaks Apartments in Kentwood, Michigan, shout out to them, had a little going away party for me, if you will, on Friday last week, and it was completely Star Wars themed. It was amazing. They did a
I love
fantastic
it.
job. Caught me quite off guard, but they got me some gifts that are actually collector's items of two different series, neither of which I really actively collect. So
Okay.
it's fun because
Well, the
it's
suspense is
scary.
killing me.
All right, so the first one is actually a really fun one, I think.
Oh,
Oh, the
nice.
advent calendar. Nice.
Yes. So it's a Funko advent calendar. Have you guys advertised, yeah, on your page for this? I feel like I've seen it on your page.
Yeah, we've done it a few times for sure.
So
It's a great little fun little calendar.
yeah, I'm
I
like,
need to get that and do that with my kids.
and another one, yeah, my wife and I were just talking about, hey, we should do an advent calendar. And here we go. So I got a Star Wars advent calendar filled with 24 little collectibles. How
Hell
fun.
yeah.
And then the other one, I
It's
know
a gift
nothing.
that keeps on giving.
I know nothing about this series. I'm doing it two for. Sorry, I didn't warn you. Eric and Daniel and Roberto, you can tell me. I mean, it looks cool to me.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Dude,
That's a Fang fighter, right?
I think
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
nice.
the thing, but dude,
Sorry, I know
those this is I love these things, man. The glare is a little rough, but no, those
Hey,
dude, honestly, they are awesome. I love the micro squadrons so much. They're just fun, dude. Like I just set them up and like I don't even do too many pictures with them. I've done a few with like the ATT and other ones, but they're just fun ones to have, man. Plus, some of them go for like end up becoming stupid collectible, actually.
yeah, that's what you were mentioning the other week with your turnaround on that one. But
Yes.
like, truthfully, like walking down in Walmart, Target, Meyer. If you're Midwest, you might know Meyer. I purposefully, I do not look at them. I'm like, nope, you don't need to wander in there. That's not somewhere you go. And here my employees are being the lovely, nice people they are, giving their boss a going away party, and it's just like now it's wedged in the door. I'm like,
Yeah.
next time I come home from Meyer, what am I gonna have? What ship am I gonna have?
The addiction has begun because let me
Yeah,
tell you, when I
next thing
picked
we're
it
gonna
up,
see is great shots of fighters and like
I'm excited to see what you do with that. And
yeah.
Uh,
honestly,
Maybe we should just send him
part of me
some
is
just to
like,
get some great
don't.
action shots.
yeah,
I mean, hey, if it's a gift, if it's a gift, but no, part of me is like, just don't take it out of the box. Just leave it in the box, and then you won't start anything. It'll just
I'll
sit
say
on the
this much:
box.
that one is one that I think you would be okay taking out of the box. Those are a little bit not easier to find, but they are in more quantity than a lot of the other ones, honestly. So I think you'll be
I was,
okay with
I
that
was
one.
thinking about doing something fun with my Black Series Mandalorian Fleet Commander because that's the little figure that it comes with.
Mm,
Like have him like
wicked
hold
in the
him up or something like in
yeah.
his
Oh
hand, and
yeah,
then just something
that's
like for a silly photo.
Well, you can actually do like a cool like ratio shot too of the Mando commander in the front and the ship like way in the back, so it
Yep.
looks way in the back.
Yeah, I do that a lot with these little guys, the Titanium series.
Yep.
They're fun.
I,
They're fun.
I don't know
But
if you
yeah.
remember when the Ghost Vintage Collection was announced, or
Yes.
rumored rather. We all figured out pretty quickly what it was before it was officially announced. There were a bunch of people that were purchasing the God, what was it? Microfleet.
Yeah.
And somebody had Ahsoka holding up a Black Series Ahsoka holding up a ghost, and
No,
that's
nice.
when you started talking about that. That's
Oh
immediately
yeah.
where my mind went.
That's awesome.
You can do some
Yeah,
fun stuff with that one.
I love doing stuff like that. It's cool. Like sometimes I edit them in, sometimes I actually have them physically, but I mean, I like to just incorporate all the little Black Series collector's items, I guess.
Well, hell
It's
yeah,
a great
brother.
share.
All right. I'll throw mine out quick so we can get you guys with your cool stuff in there. So Now, I sent this over to
Actually, guys.
Ant and Matt this weekend because I was actually super stoked. You heard me say earlier, anytime it comes to troopers, when I see them in the store, I get stoked because whether it's a clone trooper, Bad Batch, I don't really care. The armors look awesome, and it's my favorite thing to get. So I scored this guy this weekend.
Nice,
so,
dude.
Yep. So I was shocked to find him in the store actually, because like I had seen so many of this line get put on the shelves, but this one seemed to be the one that goes like that. Honestly, like I had not
Yep.
seen him with the rest of the line. So
If that one had been in Walmart today, I would have bought it.
Oh yeah, and honestly, so like I'm gonna tell you right now, dude, one of the coolest looking action figures to come out of the Mandalorian in a while. Honestly, like I was so looking forward to this one just because the armor looks sick, and it comes with great stuff. Because like being kind of being a guy in the military, that I like that it does have the primary blaster, the sidearm, and it also comes with the jetpack, which is detachable. So like I love the action figure. I love the stuff it comes with. It just looks sick. Honestly, was so
That's cool.
stoked to find this. Honestly, so
yeah, that's a good find. That's one. If I ever see it at any store, I will always get it.
I'll keep an eye out for you, brother.
Yeah, and if you do take it out, the jetpack does fit the Glavis Ringworld Bando. To kind of
good to know.
Base version. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have that one.
I do hope we still get a Mando from that line from season 3 with the double blasters and that jetpack.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's probably coming.
I bet you Roberto might make one now after that
What's
idea.
That?
Yeah, Roberto.
Well, on that tails, Roberto, what do you got, brother?
Yes. It's not as a collectible, I guess. I am trying to go costume group official for High Republic.
Okay.
So I have the gauntlets from the High Republic that I made.
Hell yeah.
And then I have a 3D printed saber that actually extends to the blade is full length. And so
oh dude, that looks sick.
That's sick.
And so
hell yeah.
Wow.
Repainted it. I have I guess a version of the saber that's unpainted that is the standard size, but the blade is much shorter. But yeah. But
well, this is definitely my realm, man, because I love
awesome,
cosplaying.
Dude. Yeah, and the High Republic, nonetheless, no easy feat. My brother, again, I got a shout out to him. He will be watching this, and he will be freaking out when he sees that you're showing this stuff off.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So
that looks sick, dude. And actually, this is so cool.
The costume when it's done.
You 100% have to post the costume.
Absolutely.
And this is a costume for yourself.
Yes. So it's a costume
is
for myself.
Is it a character? Like, is it your own character or
my own character? So it'll be like kind of a mission attire High Republic Jedi. So
hell yeah, dude.
Mm-hmm. I've been in talks with this.
That's the fun thing about the High Republic.
Yeah, you can there's a lot of different like variations of it, and so there's someone who does a really cool Avar Chris in Western North Carolina, and I actually was in talks with her about what I needed to do before everything hit, and so she gave me a whole bunch of pointers. So, so I have a lot of homework to do, but yeah.
Cosplaying is definitely a beast to tackle, brother. When I made my Darth Nihilus, it was months of building.
Are you said you printed them yourself? You're 3D printing it, or?
No, I actually found somebody in Florida who was 3D printing sabers, and he printed the sabers for me. And so I painted them. But I made the gauntlets myself. There's another guy who he sent me the templates, and then I actually went to the library. They had a glow forge, so I used the glow forge to cut out the EVA foam, and something called Warbler, and then kind of mixed all those together. Painted it.
Colors on point, by the way.
Yeah. Thanks.
Wow, dude, that's so cool. That is so cool. I had a gauntlet that was 3D printed by someone I bought on eBay, and I glued it to a fake leather glove that I had for my cosplay costume last year.
Hell yeah.
I just glued it. It did it, and yours looks a lot better.
I'll tell you what, whenever you finish it up, we're going to need to get you back on the show, and you're just going to need to step off camera, get dressed, and come back.
That's right.
Or just do the whole damn show like that.
Yeah, I was just gonna
I will
say,
do.
just do it in character.
Will do.
Is that how I'm gonna do the next show? I'll just sit here and my nihilist get up the whole time.
You know,
That'll be
we
pretty
really
You know,
we really missed the opportunity to dress up in our Halloween costumes.
Oh, I didn't
Today.
even think of that.
that
maybe,
is a missed opportunity.
maybe we'll come back for an episode 34.5.
Hold on. We all got a helmet lying around somewhere, don't we?
I got about 7 in front of me, so
Yeah, you can see it in the background.
It's too late for that.
yeah.
Right.
No.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. But now we're on to the final one, and I mean, this guy showed us up like a son of a gun last time, and I know he's got something good for us last time. So, Dan, what are you going to show all three of us up with this time?
So, this is actually something that's not cheap today, but many of us actually were able to get it at a reasonable price. It showed up in Toys R Us Australia on clearance for under $100, way below what you could get it elsewhere.
I think I know what you have.
And one time in my life, I took a chance and paid somebody, friends and family, and this person showed up to the community like nobody else. So I have the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Boba Fett and Han Solo in Carbonite. So all the way from Australia, from Toys R Us Australia, pre-pandemic. I think these were selling for $50.
Yeah.
And yeah, just somebody really helped me out. I got 2 of them. And this is probably one of my favorite collector's items that I have.
That's a centerpiece right there. Like
that's so pretty.
That's awesome, man. And to tell you the truth, man, like it shows you like not everyone in the community is we've all heard and seen really nasty things happen with some of the collectors community. This just goes to show you there are good folks out there just trying to hook each other up, man.
Heck yeah.
So I'm happy that worked out for you, man. And dude, that's a hell of a piece. Like straight up, that is not one that a lot of people have.
Yep.
No,
yep.
That's sick. That's sick.
Hell yeah, man. So, well, honestly, brother, you showed us up again. So thank you for that.
Hold on. I can show that up. 1 second.
Oh God. We'll be right back to your regular scheduled program. Oh God. Listen, we get it. You had a party.
Size one?
I think it's a balloon.
Yeah, it's a balloon.
Oh, it's a balloon. I thought you got the full size sideshow one that we posted a couple weeks ago.
No. This is a party favor as well. But hey, it's a full size balloon, and I have a 1-year-old, so he likes to slap it around.
I love it.
No, that's a cute Grogu.
That one took a while to build. That's the Lego one.
That's the Lego one? Nice.
Yep.
Wow, I love how the Lego things like that have like random like bright ass blue and yellow and orange pieces like in the center of them. Like why? I love it.
Dude, that's how even the small one I did last night, like just I'm not showing this for Collector's Corner, but I guess I am. That's how even this one was. I did the little Y-wing with Captain Rex. Like the center of this thing is some bright ass pink pieces. So Lego gets interesting with that, but they look amazing. I think it's just to help you figure out where certain pieces are going and kind of like I don't know, but it works out.
It's fun.
So anyways, guys, that wraps up the show for today. So now we want to thank all of you guys for watching and listening to us today. We encourage you guys to please go check us out on Instagram at Sith Happens _Star Wars podcast, where you can find our YouTube, Spotify, and Amazon Music all in our link tree. And in there, you'll also find our friends from the Star Wars Toy Collectors, but we'll also let them tell you where you can find them. Dan, Roberto, where can the folks listening and watching find you guys?
Great. Yeah. Thanks for giving us the opportunity to plug ourselves. So you can check us out on swtoycollector.com. Find us on Instagram on Star Wars _Toy Collector. and on Facebook as the Star Wars Toy Collector.
Hell yeah. And you got some I know you guys are like kind of just got the actual web page up and running recently and kind of getting everything running, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still working out
Yes.
some bugs, but lots of neat features to check out. Roberto's posting a lot of content
Hell yeah.
that you're not finding on our socials, particularly about customs, some how-to guides and whatnot. And
Hell
then
yeah.
we have a tracker that's up and running now. So if there's something that's out of stock on Amazon and you're looking for it, you have the ability to set up alerts now. And coming soon, maybe in the next couple months, we'll have a price tracker as well, where you can set up alerts if something hits the price that you want to pay for it, which is how we started the Star Wars Toy Collector.
Yeah, exactly, man.
This is so innovative. I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
Innovation is the future, man. So, and we were talking the other week. Hopefully, I myself will even get a nice little article written up for you guys here in the near future. So, more to come on that. So,
Can't wait.
but Dan, Dan, Roberto, once again, thank you guys so much for coming on. We love having you guys on, especially for these toy episodes. And this was a great reveal weekend. So, and shooting over to Ant, my brother, do you have any final words of wisdom for the folks at home today?
Oh, my final words of wisdom, as always, I've never said this before, but are keep collecting and enjoy what you do. And Daniel, Roberto, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Always a pleasure. And I will try to keep up with everything you guys are constantly posting for everyone in the community, because actually I did pull the trigger on one last night, that Return of the Jedi Chewbacca for like $9.97
Hell
on
yeah.
Amazon. I was like, that's a figure I've been waiting, and I see it and it's like $9.99 but $15 shipping or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing it. I already have a Chewy, but I do want that. Anywho, I saw that and I'm like, hell yeah, guys, thank you. So, thank you for all of your awesome updates. Thanks for joining us tonight. And I am .not a committee is where you can find me on Instagram. So we'll see you there.
All right, brother. All right, guys, thank you again for joining us today. I am Eric the Dadalorian. You can find me at _Dadalorian_ on Instagram. This is the way.